Welcome to my daily review. Today is Wednesday, April 2nd, so no more April Fool's jokes, please. You're looking at a daily chart of the Nasdaq, which gained 151 points or 0.87% with 19% above the average volume. Today was day three of an attempted rally. On Monday, we had a pink rally day where, it reversed off that low with a 17% correction from 20,204 on December 16th to the low of 16,854 on Monday, and it reversed Monday morning, closed near the highs. That's the pink rally day. Yesterday was day two, and today was day three. We wait till day four so we can get the short covering out of the way and ensure that we are buying into institutional support, not just short covering. Anyway, the NASDAQ closed 4.6% below the 200. So even if we had, a tradable rally, a relief rally, whatever, up to the 200 and got rejected there, that's still a 4.6% rally. That's a significant rally. And I would take it at this point. I think we'd take anything to the upside. But anyway, just wanted to point out the correction was 17%. It's off the lows. Tomorrow's day four, and it's 4.6% below the 200. So there you have it for the NASDAQ. I'm going to go to the SPY. It's doing a little better than the NASDAQ. It was up on Monday, and we have 2 days of rally here. And oh boy, we're seeing some action after hours. I think I know what that is. Anyway, it was 1.8% below the 200. We'll see what happens tomorrow. The SPY was up 3.5 points today, or 0.63%, and the RSP was up 0.84%. So it was the Mag 7 that was kind of driving the, excuse me, there was the 493 other stocks that did better than the Mag 7 because, stocks like Microsoft didn't participate. Flat on the session. Apple was, up, third of a percent. Google and Meta just kind of flat. Yeah, flat on the session was Google. Yeah, Meta. I mean, there was rumors that I don't know about TikTok. That's going to impact Meta. Who knows who's going to buy TikTok or what's even going to happen with that app? But anyway, Google knows they need growth. They bought Wiz, and we'll see what happens. We're a few weeks out from earnings season right now. April is a big earnings month, so we're going to be trading on earnings instead of tariff talk or, Powell and Trump jousting about, lower interest rates. And that'll be a relief. Hopefully we get some decent earnings, but, CEOs are going to have to factor in some of these geopolitical issues. Anyway, I trade stocks and I don't trade indexes. And I'm not really interested in these Mag 7 stocks because they're not going to five bag for me. They're not going to 10 bag, not going to be anything like that. You can see NVIDIA had that death cross where the 50 crossed over the 200, and you could see the reaction. It's been downhill ever since. So the death cross is killing NVIDIA. Tesla today delivered, pretty wretched delivery reports. And the stock went higher because there was a report that, the CEO, Elon Musk, is leaving the Department of Government Efficiency. I don't know, kind of strange. The rumor came out the day of deliveries. It opened lower and then reversed higher. There you can see the lower open on that delivery news. The move higher on Musk leaving Doge and coming back to Tesla, but it's all speculation at this point. I would say that, if I've mentioned this, if it rallies back up to the 200, that looks to me like resistance there, and that would be probably a good area to short, but it's not going to get there. I don't believe. Looks after hours, it's down nearly $14 or 5% on the President Trump tariff news. So anyway, yeah. Oh, well, I'm not interested in the Mag 7. I'm really not even that interested in the indexes, although I like to have their tailwinds when I'm trading. It sure makes it tough when the market's working against you. It's nearly, now it's nearly impossible with this tape in 2025 Haven't done as much trading as I normally do because it's so difficult. Now, the gold stocks, they're the top group. So I'm going to show the top group, top stocks in the top group. This is DRD Gold, and it's an ADR from South Africa, making new highs. Should have nearly 2%. The one that I have on the ready list didn't do much. Barrick Gold. You can see it's the number one group, but it's still in this cup with handle, hasn't broken out yet, down 1.27% today. Gold is, up what, 3,100 an ounce, though it's been on a hell of a run. AU is Anglo Gold Ashanti. This one was up today, 1/3%, while gold kind of didn't do much. These things are just, surfing the moving averages. This is Agnico Eagle, and then another Canadian gold stock, WPM. I like this one as well. This is up 1% today and looks pretty darn good. That's Wheaton Precious Metals. Anyway, the gold stocks are doing well. The insurance stocks, keep showing the same thing because this is pretty much the only thing working. You did get an oversold bounce in some of those former leaders today, but those are not healthy moves. Above the moving averages, trading higher. This looks good. Willis Towers Watson's got that buy point at 335, trading right there. So that looks pretty decent. Down and after hours like everything else. So gonna have to sort some things out tomorrow with the news tonight. I just haven't really gone over it much. Brown and Brown, just surfing the 10 EMA, a Kelly Slater stock. That one looks good. Same with Ryan's got this cup with handle. Now it's blasting out of this base here. Let's take a look at that on the weekly. Yeah, nice move higher. Had that cup with handle, had a 3 weeks tight. Now it's blasting out of that base, up nearly 3% this week. So Ryan looks pretty good too. The one I put on the ready list was Aflac, and it's still consolidating within a base. This one had a 3 weeks tight pattern as well, and now it's starting to move higher towards that standard buy point, but it's up 2.25% this week, and I'm not going to apologize for that. That's a pretty good move, especially in this tape. And oil and gas, I'm going to move along here. And this was Expand Energy. You could see the double bottom base pattern here. Had a little bit of a shakeout, traded sideways near that 109 area, now 114. So this might be an area where the tariffs don't hit as hard. I don't know. I'm going to have to really brush up tonight. I know stuff from China is going to get hit hard. Anyway, uh, Expand Energy doing well, up 2.64% in a week where, the market's it's just tough. It's been a tough market for in 2025, no doubt about it. FTI is another one, up nearly 5% this week. This is an oil and gas machinery equipment stock. One thing about this is straight up from the bottom, so it needs to shake some fools out here. 24 to 32 is a 33% move. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is straight up, what, 4 weeks in a row. Volume starting to decline, so you're probably going to get some sellers in here near that buy point of what I would say 31.95 would be an area of interest. 33.45 would be your pivot, but still it looks pretty good there. CRK is another one that's had a great week. Broke out of this double bottom base. I probably should have put this double bottom on the ready list, but I didn't. I do have it and have been looking at this one, but I didn't put it on. It's up 8.2% this week, so pretty good week considering all things considered, right? ATO, I put this one on the ready list this week, and this one's up 1.8%. So overall, not having a bad week with my stock selection, but it's nothing to write home about. It's just a super tough week and tough month and tough year. Okay, so went through the gold, you went through the insurance, went through the oil. I got some drug stocks here. I was thinking the drug stocks would be one of the areas that could lead us higher, but man, it was down, what, 13% in the first quarter. I think I showed that in RFK's, canning some people and bringing his own people in, which is to be expected, right? When you get a new job, you want to bring your own people in that you trust. And so I think it's just the change, the different people and all the moving parts is what's kind of hurting us sector, but they still have, drugs that, help people live better lives, higher standard of living. And so, people are going to pay for their drugs in good times and bad. And this is ARQT. I got to look at this one on the weekly because that double bottom, yeah, it looks pretty good here and just pushing off these moving averages up 5.5% this week, which is not bad considering all things considered. TGTX, they had, let me see, their Roche had news. They had a disappointing trial data on the higher dosage. So we know that Briumvi is the best in show drug in this RMS class, and we'll see what happens, how this shakes out. I think over time, this is going to be a 10 billion market cap. Right now, it's what? Where's the market? 6.2 billion. So yeah, got a long way to go, I think. And it's just marking time here and pulling back the last couple of weeks after, three really hellacious weeks. Really moved higher after earnings, but now, the last couple of weeks starting to pull back a little bit. Anyway, that's one that I like. WGS. This is one with some sales and earnings growth. Could be a new leader if the market ever cooperates. Trades below its 50 though, so I don't like that. ADMA, another drug stock's got that sales growth, earnings growth. It's got the cup with handle pattern. The only thing going against this is the tape. The market looks pretty bad. So it's flat on the week, but one to watch. ADMA. SLNO is another one. This one broke out. Now it looks like it maybe wants to, I better not say this. Yeah, it just looks pretty good. It's holding its gains after a big move last week, holding its gains. Closed near the high today. Nice hammer candle. We'll see what SLNO Therapeutics holds for tomorrow, the rest of this week. ALNY. This one pulled back to its moving averages, still looks pretty decent. They're consolidating in a base, 35% sales growth. We'll take that. Yeah, looks pretty decent. Anyway, I'm going to get out of the drugs and go to the trash, the garbage bin. And this is pollution control stocks. WCN is Waste Connections. And, this is kind of a defensive group, slower movers. They pay a little dividend, they give you a little bit of growth. And, investors like to hide in this safe haven type stuff. You can see it's right near its high, up 2% this week. ARIS is another one in this group, up 5.5% this week. Yeah, this is looking good. Probably made a new high today. Yeah, ARIS looks pretty good. What's the other one in this? RSG, which is Republic Services. They pick up the trash in our area, making new highs. And of course, Waste Management, writing these guys checks for years. So, yeah, this is just a group that's doing okay. Just wanted to show that strength in the trash, kind of like our markets right now. Anyway, hang in there. I've got Anyway, at mcstockcharts.com, we never give up. In honor of the great Steve Jobs and Peter Falk, who said one more thing. We have some earnings tonight. I have earnings from RH down a nice 24%. I'm telling you, retail is going to be tough. And with President Trump's tariffs is going to make it tougher. I did see where I believe it was China imports was 34% tariff. So companies making stuff in China, importing it to the US are going to get hit hard. That would be the shoemakers like Nike and Deckers. They make their stuff in China. Yeah, down 6.5% after hours. Deckers 11%, and then Crocs. They're in Japan, not Japan, China and Vietnam, down 8%. So yeah, these companies are going to get hit. A lot of retail stuff's going to get hit with those tariffs. So anyway, just see how that plays out tomorrow. I did mention, stocks coming off their lows here. These are not healthy moves. They're below moving averages. This is going to be resistance. You got a ton of overhead supply here. These people who bought in here are going to be selling, right? All these people, they want out. They're underwater and they want out. When it gets to their price, they're just going to cash out. That's why this type of stuff is kind of dangerous, trading, down here by the 200 MA. This is Shopify, kind of the same thing. God, down 9% after hours. Doesn't look good, folks. But yeah, these oversold balances, Reddit's another one. I think I like Reddit, but below the 200, it's just longer term. I think they're taking market share with this kind of sales growth, which leads me to instead of the oversold bounces, I want to talk about if we do have a new rally, we have to have leading stocks to lead the rally. And I'm putting together, I don't know, I've got about 25 stocks. I'm going to narrow it down to say 10 or 12, that I'm just going to put on a focus list from different groups. I'm going to start with the essential, cybersecurity, the computer software security group, top 20 group, Rubric taking market share, just IPO'd last year. I don't see why if the market starts to behave, and it will at some point, we're going to get an uptrend. But with this type of earnings growth, consolidating in a base, taking market share, why can't this be a leader if the market starts to cooperate? I definitely think the cybersecurity group is an essential, and I'm looking in that group for a couple of stocks, but this is one of them. I did mention TGTX earlier. I believe this one could be another a big player in the drug space, MS for sure. So that would be one. And I mentioned retail, how tough it's going to be. Coffee, I don't know. They put tariff on coffee. Coffee's awfully expensive. But these guys are only in 18 states. So if they go to all 50 states, they go to Canada, Mexico, they go to Europe and China and Australia or wherever, all over the world, like Starbucks, India, sure, they could ramp for many, many, many years. And I suspect that's what their plan is, and they've been executing their plan. So that's three stocks right there. I think Hood is another one because crypto. I don't believe it's going away. I know it's been a leader of the most recent rally, and it looks like it's in a stage four, but it could form a base and lead us, be a leading stock going forward. I'm just not sure about that one. And they might be stocks that haven't even come to market yet, could be leading us. Stocks coming out of the woodwork that you never heard of. CoreWeave just IPO'd. Maybe this would be one that could lead us higher in the hardware space. I believe A-Lab is another one that was a leader. It had this big move here in 2024, but now is fallen on hard times, and it certainly could rally and be a leader in the next uptrend. But I'm just going through a bunch of different stocks, hardware, software, drugs, cybersecurity, yeah, energy, just a lot of different areas that could lead us higher. And anyway, at mcstockcharts.com, that's it for me. We never give up, so you better not. Thank you for watching.